Maybe.
All
right, get it out,
the
Casey!
fucking matcha! Ready?
Let's do this.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Humanhood series brought to you by Yahos.
No, you didn't!
Brought to you by your girls, Casey Riley and
Melanie Peralta.
the series devoted to humanizing your human experience and making personal development
More personal.
I wanted to get you today.
That was good. That was good. That was
Like,
great.
I wonder how she's going to respond to that one.
I'm here for that. I'm so here for that. That was great. Fantastic.
Today we are back with another interesting conversation.
Yeah.
There is this new upheaval going on in the wellness space right now, which has actually made its way out of the wellness space. It's reaching all communities.
Yeah.
And it is this product that is currently on the market being marketed and sold as an elixir, a tonic, a mood enhancer, even a healthier alternative to alcohol. But it is actually becoming really addictive to a lot of people, and people are withdrawing and going to rehab. And this drink is called Feel Free. It's in these little glass blue bottles. If you've seen them, they're sold online. They're sold at juice shops. They're sold at gas stations and CVS. And people are fiending for this stuff.
Yeah.
And as I've looked into it, it's actually been happening for a while, just more stories are coming out now. And so I just felt like it was really important for us to dive into this because there's so many different directions this conversation can go. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so one thing I will say is everything we're talking about is alleged. It's all just based on our experience or not our personal experience, but what we've read, what we've researched, and what other people are saying. Nothing we're stating, we're claiming as true. So please take all of this with a grain of salt as we navigate this conversation.
Yeah.
So, have you heard about these things?
Okay, so I hadn't heard about the product itself, the Feel Free product itself, but I have absolutely heard about Kratom and how highly addictive it is and how it is very opioid-like. I had heard of that, and I do know people who are currently addicted to it and who have been addicted to it in the past.
Okay, so the Feel Free consists of two major plants, kava and kratom.
Yeah.
And they are plant-based out of like Southeast Asia or somewhere like that. And I think kava is relatively safe, but it's the kratom that has the addictive tendencies.
Yeah.
So much so that it lights up the same part of your brain as opioids. Mm-hmm. And people are becoming very addicted to this drink, this wellness elixir.
And that's the thing right there. Is that because it's considered a wellness elixir and because it's plant-based and all these things, that automatically makes people feel like it's okay.
Right.
Just like, okay, even Vakai, he'll do this. He's like, oh, this is organic, so it's good for me.
Right.
And I'm like, no, son. Just because it's organic does not mean that it's good for you. Or just because it's the healthier version of the popsicle doesn't mean that these popsicles are healthy. Because he's like, they're healthy. I'm like, they're not healthy. They're just better for you than the other ones. And that's what we're dealing with right now. It's a very subtle self-manipulation. It's also manipulation from the companies and the way that they market these things. But there is a subtle self-manipulation that has to go into this for people to be okay with the fact that they find themselves needing it every single day because it's supposedly good for you or it's healthier or whatever.
Okay, I was thinking about this, and I don't want to be judgy, but you're bringing it out of me. But it's this. You know, I think the larger issue for me is if you feel like you need to ingest something to be in a social setting, or you need to ingest something to, like people always say, you know, I need to get drunk at Thanksgiving. I can't deal with my family. Right. I can't handle them. There's a deeper rooted issue there. And whether you're choosing to medicate with alcohol, weed, a feel free, whatever it is, we are feeling like we need to alter our reality to cope with our environment. And I know that some people out there have endured serious pain and trauma. So I'm not talking to like those people who like use cannabis, you know, to heal their chronic pain or whatever. But for the everyday person who's out and about, if I feel like I need to ingest something everywhere I go because I can't deal with the people I'm with, there's a root cause beneath that. So my thing is like, why do we always need to have a substance to live?
Yeah, that's a damn good question because it's everywhere. Like we're having this conversation about kratom, but people are like that with coffee.
Yes.
There's a lot of people who like, I can't start my day until I have my coffee. Like they don't even realize how addicted they are to Starbucks.
Yes.
But also a lot of us, I will even include myself in this, have subtle addiction or full on fucking blown addiction to social media.
To matcha.
To matcha. Yes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we do have to look at the underlying thing here of these substances, all of them, whatever it is, whether it's matcha, coffee, kratom, tobacco, alcohol, whatever it is, they're the byproduct of the state of being that we're in as a collective. And we're seeking this stimulation for whatever reason. And we could sit here and villainize all of these things, which, yes, some substances are way worse than others for sure. But it does come back to the human because I come from addicts. I've never been an addict. And I've done a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've smoked, I've taken psychedelics, I've drank, and I definitely went through my period where I was like doing those things often, but it was never an addiction. It was never a situation where if I didn't have it, I wasn't okay and I needed it.
Yeah.
So I think that we as people need to take a deeper level of responsibility for our attachments and our desires and our need for absolutely anything outside of ourselves, including people, because people can be like drugs too. And so like, I think that's an even deeper layer of the conversation that we all really get to look at as a collective. Because you might be listening to this conversation and you're like, well, I'm not addicted to kratom, so this doesn't apply to me. But you do have something in your life that you are addicted to. And it's always really tricky with the shit that's legal.
Yes.
That's what makes it tricky. If it's legal, it's tricky. Coffee, tobacco, alcohol, kratom, even hape. That's a whole other one right there.
Don't get us started on hot
Oh God. Yeah, if it's considered conscious or spiritual, it's like I feel like the delusion of addiction just goes out the window, dude.
Yeah, so I was talking about this whole feel free thing with a girlfriend of mine who's also very immersed in the wellness space. And she was saying like at all these wellness events that she's at, she's like, yeah, they're having these feel frees. And I thought back and I said, oh, I'm noticing that now too. At these little wellness meetups, everyone was drinking these, which is really interesting because the first time I actually got introduced to it was at like a wellness meetup, a wellness hangout.
I've seen them all over the place.
Yeah, and everyone was drinking them. And some guy came with like a case of them and said his work gave them to him for free so that he could distribute them for people to try. And someone was telling me that about the ingredients, and he was like, I'm low-key like kind of addicted to these. And at the time, I didn't know really anything about this. So I was like, well, what is it like? And he's like, it's like an upper. I feel like I'm on Adderall. They're really, really good. And when I heard that, I have experimented with these things in the past, and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not touching this stuff because I know how addicting that stuff can be. And I had the bottle, but I saw that it was legal. And so I like put it to my mouth and just put my tongue like on the top of the little bottle, you know? And then something in me was like, do not drink this. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this. I brought the bottle home with me. It sat in my fridge for a couple of months, completely forgot about it. And then I tossed it. But something in me was like, do not drink this. And I just like realized now, as putting all those pieces of the puzzle together, all of these people were like swigging it and drinking it like it was normal. And people are drinking like 9, 10, 11, 12 of these a day. The serving size of the glass bottle, the serving size is half. You can take up to 1 a day safely, apparently, allegedly. And people are drinking 12 a day.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And when I think about that, and I'm no addiction specialist, but there's the addict who needs something every day. But when you ingest something that's highly addictive, like the substance itself, there's an insatiable part of your brain that cannot stop ingesting the substance.
Yeah.
And I've had experiences with substances like that. And so knowing that when people are like, how are you drinking 12 a day? I'm like, you don't get it. There's an insatiable thing that you need it. And that's where it gets scary.
Yeah. And that's when people end up having to go to rehab and stuff like that.
Yes.
Which is crazy, by the way, because once you get to that point and then you stop taking it, that's where we're seeing a lot of the videos online of people having withdrawals.
Yes.
And they're literally just withdrawing from kratom.
Yes. And so a lot of people right now who are coming out with these videos are people in the wellness space, but it's everyday people as well. Like the person maybe sitting next to you at the cubicle is like drinking these all day. And so it's just such an interesting thing happening right now where like people are fiending at Circle K.
Yeah, well, we saw the video of the guy talking about how he went to the gas station and the little kid went up to him and was like, hey, can you buy me some Feel Free? And he's like, what the heck is that? And then the lady, or he said that the boy went charged at him and like tried to take his wallet or some shit. And the lady in the gas station was saying like, it's this, like this is what they want, you know?
Yeah.
So it's also because, first of all, listen, if it's in the gas station, it's shit.
But you know what's crazy? These things are, I think they're kind of pricey and they're marketed really beautiful. Like almost luxury.
So is high-end tequila.
That's true. That's true. But when I see these bottles, when I first saw
they're pretty, they're blue, they're attractive.
They're wellnessy. They're kind of like a luxury piece.
And then the name of them and
they're
stuff
classy.
like that. Yeah.
And then they're like at the gas station.
Yeah. Anything that makes its way into Circle K, I'm like, bro.
We're out.
We're out. You know, like there's a few things that I'll ever get at the gas station. Like there's
Water.
like for sure water. But then like every now and then I'll find like a grass-fed jerky or something like that. You know what I mean? But usually if it's at the gas station, it's not great.
And I think now you have to be 18 to buy them. Whereas before, I don't think there were those like restrictions in place.
No, I think it's always been 18. Kratom in general, like you can only get it at like smoke shops or like kava bars and stuff like that. I think there's been an age limit on it for a while.
Did you ever do salvia?
No, I always wanted to do salvia back then, but I never could get my hands on the stuff. But I remember watching the salvia videos.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm thinking about it because you had to be 18 at a smoke shop to get it. That shit. What is salvia? Is it a plant?
It's a plant. Yeah, it's a plant.
Your fucking face melts.
You did it.
Yes. It is the funniest shit. Don't do it though. Like, guys, don't do it.
Don't recommend.
But it's like a very short-lived experience. And I think you smoke it.
Yeah, you smoke it.
I remember like, you know those commercials where like the druggie was like melting into the couch.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like.
Really?
And that could be so dangerous as well. There's all these legal little things that you can buy apparently.
Yeah, well, going back to the collective, dude, like it's the shadow side of humanity.
Yeah.
We want to escape.
We do.
We want to escape. We want to experience some out of body shit. We just want to fuck around and find out. We do, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I would argue that is somewhat of an animal nature, because have you heard about like the animals? I can't think of like a good amount of them, but I think there's even like a jaguar or a panther or something that they chew on these vines, and the vines give them psychedelic experiences.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so I think it's like, I don't know. I think there is this primal part of us that wants to get out of the body so bad,
Right.
but we do it in such an unhealthy way and in such an uneducated way. And the masses, like, as much as we live in our bubble, the masses are severely unconscious,
Right?
And we don't honor the body, we don't honor the temple. We know not, like we had the episode, we know nothing about the brain, we know nothing about the mind, we know nothing about our anatomy.
Yeah.
And so we don't respect it and we don't honor it. It's like if if your liver mattered to you as much as your teeth do,
Yeah.
you brush your teeth every day. At least you should, motherfucker. At least we hope you do. But like, you take care of your oral hygiene because you know how important it is.
Yeah.
But if you were really taught, because the kratom is horrible for liver toxicity too. But if you really knew like how important these other things were, if you were raised with that information, raised with that knowledge, then you might show up a little bit differently with it.
Right.
If it like was really that important.
Right.
You know?
Or if you knew just your patterns and how your body works, like when we were talking about the liver and all these things, a lot of people don't know how their brain and their mind works or how their nervous system works.
Yeah.
And what actually causes you to seek out these things when you're in a trauma response or a pattern response or anything like that. Like, that's a topic that people definitely, like, 101, human 101. How does my brain work? How is it programmed? And how is my nervous system functioning? It is so interesting to me. And there's so many layers into it. You said you saw it today at a juice store, right?
No, not today. I saw it recently. We went to like, it was called like Pure Juice or something like that. And it was like a fresh pressed local juice place. And then they had it there. And I told my friend, I was like, oh my God, have you been hearing about this stuff? And the guy at the cash register was like, he was like making a face. And I was like, and I looked at him, I was like, you look like you know. And he was like, yeah. He's like, honestly, though, he was trying to like sell it good. Because I was telling my friend, I was like, it affects the body like the way opioids do. And he's like, yeah, but a lot of people use it to get off of opioids.
They do.
Yeah, so we'll dive into the positive aspects of some of these things because it is human behavior. It's we're the ones that are abusing these things.
Right.
We're the ones with no motherfucking self-control
Right.
at the end of the day. Because you could just have a glass of wine or you could have the whole bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could just have kratom every now and then at a little kava bar, or you could be fiending for it every day.
Yeah.
You could be like whatever. You could do hape once in a ceremony opposed to doing it multiple times throughout the day. You know?
All day, every day.
All day, every day. And I know people who do.
Yeah.
And so like, okay, so anyways, we're at the juice bar and he's like he works there. So he's not trying to villainize the product that he's selling, but he's like,
Clearly knows it's not
he
great.
knows. And he's like, yeah. Then he goes to say, we get certain people who come in here every single day for one of those things, like clockwork, like they have to have it. And I was like, yeah. So why is it in there though? Still, after all the stuff that's coming out, are people not paying attention? Is it like it's such a hot commodity that it's like they would still just want to be able to make money off of it? You know what I mean? Because kava and kratom bars, they're really popping up as like an alcohol alternative. They're all over the place.
Well, it's why is there alcohol still here? Like, obviously they're making a lot of money off of it. Because you want to think, like, I don't know too much about the company itself who created this, but maybe it was in good intention. Like, you know, I don't like people drinking. So if I can give them a healthy alternative where they take half a shot of this versus 20 drinks in an evening, that's better than this. Or was it kind of like the opioid epidemic, which is, wow, this is really addicting and we can make a lot of money by turning people onto this.
Yeah, because it's like, well, they have free will. They're the ones that get to choose.
We do, but just like we mentioned earlier, so many of us are unconscious and do not know why we're behaving the way that we do. So we reach for these things, the coffee every day, the whatever it is, and there's no internal check-in of, am I going too far? You know, whenever I used to mess around with drugs, I always like had it in me to never go that far. Like I always I would do them a lot, but there was always something into me when it was like turning into a bender. Like, you need to stop.
Yeah,
You know, like it was never to the point of like, this is going to spiral out of control.
Right.
Whereas a lot of people around me did not have that. And it was spiraling.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting. It just makes me think like, is it something in the person who just has more of an addictive personality or like a chemical, I don't want to say imbalance, but like a chemical makeup that people are just more susceptible to this? Because a lot of the videos coming out, a lot of the people were previous addicts of something, alcoholics, hard drugs, and then they switched to this because it was a healthier alternative.
And all the people that I personally know who have been addicted to kratom were addicts in the past. Yeah.
So then it makes you think, is it the product, just like alcohol? Because some people can drink alcohol and call it a night and go home and not binge the whole night, while some people can't. They cannot stop drinking it.
I think it's both.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of both. If you get the right addictive substance with the right addictive personality, that's a perfect pair.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's tricky. It really, really is. And I think about, you know, what you just said of when you were younger and you never like pushed it to that edge. I was the same way. Like, I did a lot of things. I never did cocaine though. I never tried it. But it's because that's the drug that my dad was addicted to.
Really?
My dad was really addicted to cocaine, like bad.
Yeah.
And so just out of respect and reverence for him, I was like, I'm never touching that drug. I will try the acid. I will try the acid.
I'll try everything but
But
that.
I will never do the drugs that my parents were addicted to. I will never try coke and I will never smoke meth.
Yeah. Those are good ones to stay away from.
Those are good ones to stay away from. But that was like a code within me that I decided that I'm not going to go there. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't think everybody has that within themselves, because there's the people that go out and they're like, I'm going to get fucked up tonight.
That's
and
their intention.
That's their intention. And don't get me wrong, I've definitely had times in my life where that was my intention. But there's still a certain level of self-respect.
Yes.
Especially nowadays in my life, where I'm like, I won't go there. You know? I'm not going to do it to that level. And because I grew up around addicts, I never wanted to get to that level.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. So like, I was hanging out with Pudge yesterday.
Oh, okay. How is he?
He's Pudge.
He's pudging.
He's pudging.
Pudging through life.
So my first cousin, his real name is Michael, but his nickname is Pudge. He's like a brother to me. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram and didn't know like the background story to it, he's my first cousin, but he lived with me and my dad for a lot of years of my life. So he's like my big brother. We have a brother-sister relationship to where like we're attached to each other. We need each other, and it's special. So a couple years back after my Nana passed, he got on drugs. He started doing meth. Meth is the drug of my hometown. It is. It's like everybody's doing it at some point. Like if you get sucked in, you get sucked in, you know? And I had him move in with me, and I got him clean. And I got him off of it.
Did he have serious withdrawals?
No, he
Okay.
did not.
That almost makes me think like there's levels to addiction. Because
No,
some people can just stop,
There
whereas
for
other people get really unwell.
Yeah. No, there's definitely levels to it. And he wasn't that far gone yet. Like, I caught him at the brink before he was like really gone, you know? And so I think that had a lot to do with it for sure. But then also the way that I like nurtured his body, like physically with like detox things and just all the supplements and all of that. But anyways, I share the backstory so that you guys know who Pudge is. So I got him off of meth. He lived with me for a while. He got clean. Then he went back to my hometown, started using again. It's kind of been a back and forth. That's just how it goes, right? But I saw him yesterday. He's been clean. He's been clean for a little while. He was like, yeah, last time I smoked meth was like July. Just, had a wild hair at my ass. He's like, that was a one-time last time. Like, I don't know why it pops up for him. But it's funny how we're talking about it, and he's okay with smoking meth every now and then, but he still, even him, has that subtle standard within his spirit that's like, but I'm never gonna be a tweaker. He's like, I'll smoke meth every now and then, fuck it. Like, and I'm like, bro, please don't. You know, like there are other things in life
feel free
that life has to offer you. But even him, he's like, sure, I'll smoke meth every now and then, but I'll never be a tweaker.
Yeah.
So that's still an internal choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that comes from his sense of value in himself. Because he's like, in his words, like, I'm a little bit of a piece of shit, but I'm not a total piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is the way that he would say it, you know? So I think it's also an identity thing. It's an identity thing. It's a self-worth thing. It's a self-value thing of what you're willing to put yourself through.
Yeah.
That's a part of it. Not for everybody, but that kind of is a part of it. Like, what am I willing to do to myself? Because I keep indulging in this thing that I know is not good for me, but I keep doing it anyway.
Right. But when it's something so highly addictive like that, but he could still just put it down whenever, that just makes me so curious. Because some people cannot put it down.
Yeah.
You know?
And again, him and I, we come from addicts. His mom was an addict. His dad was an addict. Like, it's in our blood. It's in us. And we just, I mean, clearly he might, I don't know if he's still in a silent battle. I really don't. What is he though? I don't know. But like, even just speaking for myself, you know, like, it never got a hold of me. Ever. It wasn't even like a thought like this is a problem.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, I could stop it whenever I want. And then whenever I wanted, I did.
Stop what?
Anything I was doing. Well, back then when I was raving, it was like I was taking ecstasy all the time. But I never felt addicted to it. Ever. I was like, okay.
But you have felt when you take it ecstasy, like you want another one. Did you ever get that feeling?
No, while you're in it?
Yeah, while you're in it.
Oh, yeah, because while you're in it, you don't want it to be over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's kind of like that addictive or that insatiable feeling.
Yeah.
But even with ecstasy, I feel like there's a point where it's like you've had enough.
Yes.
You actually like are done. You feel complete.
Yes.
Whereas some of these substances, you never feel complete while you're in it. And I think that's what's happening with the feel freeze. Because people are drinking them up to 12 a day because you hit this peak and then it's like, oh no, I'm going down. I need to come back up. And so people are going back and back and back. So I'm just so like fascinated by the like psychology behind all of this.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, these feel free drinks, guys. We're not telling you not to buy them. Use your discernment like we always say. Use your discernment research. But then also, you know, when I first saw these and I looked at the bottle and me even being like aware of this stuff or educated in the wellness space, I still wasn't, I felt like it was natural, plant-based. It was going to be fine, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's hard to say, like, read the labels. We are reading the labels. It's not giving us a warning.
Yeah. That's another issue too. It's also like a systematic problem.
Yeah.
And
for a while, the Feel Freeze didn't have how much kratom was in it. It said proprietary blend. I think maybe now it says, because this has been going on over like for the past few years. But when it first came out, yes.
Wow.
It didn't have any of the like actual doses in there. So it's just interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-responsibility, man. Self-responsibility.
Yes.
To really take a look at these things. Ask the question that I had asked myself, what am I doing and why am I doing it? And then a third question to add on to that, is this helping me or is this harming me?
Right.
Yeah. Those are the questions to ask about any of these things. Because, so, listen, even my love affair with matcha, I don't drink matcha every day.
I drink it every day.
Do you drink it every day?
Yeah.
I would enjoy it every day.
Yeah.
But I don't drink it every day.
Yeah.
Even when I had it at home, like the powder, which I need to go buy some more because I love having it on hand at home. But even when I had it at home, I wouldn't make it for myself every day. I go through like my fate, like some days I just want to kick it.
Right.
Because I do notice sometimes the feeling when I drink it can be a little overwhelming if I drink too much.
How I feel right now.
Yeah.
Guys, I went to the new Minnow place here in Phoenix. It's like this matcha bar. And usually I go and it's delicious. And today they let me know, hey, we added an extra serving to our matchas now in the same size. So it's going to be extra potent. I was like,
why do I want to go get one now?
yeah, I'm like, is this going to be too much? And I drank it. And honestly, I'm like, tweaking it.
Pretty lit.
It's too much.
Yeah, because we love to be stimulated. You know what, dude? Everybody just needs to go and immerse themselves in nature for a little while.
You know what's crazy though? I don't like being stimulated. I feel like I'm so on one all the time normally that I'm always trying to like, how much more peace can I bring into my life? Like how much more mellow can I be?
Yeah.
And so I don't know why I love the matcha so much because I actually don't like the feeling of being stimulated.
Well, see, this is the tricky thing about matcha. And I had a conversation. This is the tricky thing. I had a conversation with somebody about it because I was like, I love the flavor of coffee.
Me too.
I
love it.
I'm the type of person, like, I get coffee ice cream because
I get decaf coffee just to drink the taste.
Okay, see, I love it that much too, but the feeling that I get from coffee sometimes is a little way too jittery or too, like, it even suppresses my hunger too much or something like that, you know? But the tricky thing about matcha is that usually, even if it has the same exact amount of caffeine, the way that matcha caffeine disperses in the body is different than coffee caffeine.
Yes.
So it gives you a different sensation to a degree, gives you a different feeling that doesn't feel as overwhelming as coffee.
It's a slow drip.
It's a slow drip. It's a slow one. And for me personally, I don't get like a crash. There's no matcha crash for me. Yeah. So I think matcha is an easier thing to buy into because it's not like
buckle up. I had to quit coffee too because I was like, why am I so anxious on the days I drink coffee?
Yeah.
And then I literally was like, when I don't drink the coffee, I'm not anxious.
You're fine. Yeah.
This
Are we drinking it on an empty stomach?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm the worst with that in the morning. I'm like, go to the gym, drink a coffee, drink a matcha, then have breakfast. And whenever I eat first, it's so much better and it like doesn't hit me as bad. And it's crazy because I know these things and I still have the bad habits around it.
Okay. So let's dive into that real quick because that's what the fuck we're talking about right now. That's it right there. Again, this conversation was inspired by the feel free drink, but like I was saying in the beginning, it's us, dude. It's us. We're the ones. Like, we really need to self-reflect on the things that we indulge in, the things that we say yes to, the things that we do even though we know we shouldn't do it. And it's okay for there to be a little bit of that every now and then. There's okay for that to exist as long as it's not truly like harming you and it's not truly affecting your life in a negative way, because grace and just like being human and feeling free.
Plug.
But we do have to ask ourselves sometimes, like what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
Like, even when I first brought up the question, what am I doing and why am I doing it? That had to do with weed, because I'm like, do I really need to be high right now? Like, is it actually necessary? There's times when I'll wake up in a day and I have so much energy. Like, actually, when we did the episode with Alex, I had such a great day that day. I was like, just such a happy human.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a matcha or a coffee or something. I was high off life, girl.
Yeah.
And in a day like that, because we're such habitual creatures, I could have went to the coffee shop and got a coffee or a drink or something just because that's part of what I do.
Right.
But I was like, I don't even need anything extra today. I don't need any of these things, because I feel like I already had one. My energy levels are good. I don't need to add any substances on to what's already here naturally.
Right.
But then there's days when I literally do need a boost. So it's like we have to really utilize these things. These are my two favorite words that go together. Using things and living intelligently and intentionally. Use these substances intelligently. If kratom really is something that can help people get off of opioids, awesome.
Right.
Like if that really is a healthier way to go about it that truly does help people, then amazing.
Right.
Let it do what it needs to do the way that it needs to do it, and don't ruin it. Like, just let it be what it is. And let's stop fucking doing all of our human thing to it where we abuse the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we got to do that?
Yeah. But then it goes back to the self-responsibility.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this guy's making this product, and yes, it's great for the addicts who are coming off of things, but then, okay, let me put it out to the masses, and now it's us abusing it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it just really comes back to self. It really does.
It does. It does. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. Take responsibility. Look in your life at the things that you might be addicted to that you don't want to admit. And for me, it's social media.
It's the brick device.
I don't. What is that?
The
It's like
brick
an app.
device is a game changer. It's this little brick and it's magnet. So I put it on my refrigerator, and it lets you lock certain apps by tapping your phone to it. So you can lock any app, not just social media. So you brick it, and then you can literally not open those apps until you unbrick it. So I now have a schedule where at 6 p.m. it automatically bricks. So I cannot open my email, social media, YouTube, nothing. My phone is locked, but I can still like access texts and my calls if I need to. It has been a game changer.
I need to get into something like that because I live alone.
Yeah.
You know? So when I'm at home, I'm like, I get on my phone, I start reading some shit, scrolling some shit. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody else is on it too, because as soon as I post on my story, all the same people are always watching it. So I'm like, nobody wants to admit how addicted we all are to social media, but we are. I don't care what anybody says.
No, we are. And that's why I got the brick device, because I realized I was spending so much time on it, but also feeling like mentally drained.
Yes.
And when I felt like, why, just like the coffee, like, why do I feel this way after I drink this? I felt that with social media by the end of the day. And so I'm like, I gotta do something to form a healthier relationship. I love social media.
Me too.
I really do. So I don't want to hate on it. And I need to have
just like we love coffee.
Yes, I just decaf, matcha.
Yeah.
But I need to form a healthier relationship with it. And if I need to seek out this tool to help me, no shame in that, because it's been a game changer.
Yeah.
And it's so great when you brick your phone and then you leave for the day. So when you're at the coffee shop waiting, you're not scrolling. You're looking around. Your head's up.
Yeah.
You know, you're immersed in life again.
Yeah.
And so the brick device, for anyone out there who needs support with their phone and not just social media, I noticed I would brick the social media, but then I'd be scrolling my emails. Or then I'd be online Googling questions.
See, you know what my thing is?
What?
YouTube.
I love YouTube. I had to brick my YouTube.
I love YouTube. And to me, it's so justified because of the things that I watch on YouTube. Like, I watch a lot of high quality shit.
Yeah, so you're
on
like
YouTube.
watching podcasts and like stimulating your mind, but that still can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I brick the YouTube, the social media, my email, and the web.
The web.
So it's like, just put your fucking phone down. That's what I need you to do right now. Just don't click anything.
Yeah, and you said it. Build a healthier relationship with XYZ. Whatever it is, whether it's kratom, whether it's coffee,
Cocaine.
whether it's cocaine, whether it is hape, psychedelics, ayahuasca,
Truly.
whatever it is, dude, because these are some slippery slopes out here.
They are.
Like, we all know, you know, the hard drugs, alcohol, we all know the things that are like, if you do too much of it, it's bad. But these things, like the feel free and the hape and
spiritual, awakening stuff.
yes, all of those things can be really, really tricky because, like I said, there can be a lot of self-manipulation going on that you're like, oh, this is sacred. This is ceremonious. It's like, bro, you're gaslighting yourself. Knock it off, okay? If you are too dependent on this thing to where it is a constant for you every day, you should definitely reevaluate your relationship with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I need to look at my matcha addiction. No, I can actually go a day without it, but I do love it. But you brought up some good points where it's like, for me, it was the habitual.
Yeah.
And honestly, I love the experience of it because I know everyone at the coffee shop. And to be honest, it makes me happy to go in there and see them and talk to them and tell them about my week and hear about their week.
Yeah.
And so it's more of that
Yeah.
than the drink itself. I just happen to leave with the drink.
Yes, because I go to one of my favorite coffee shops downtown too. And a lot of times I just want to be there.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm like, while I'm here, I'm going to get a drink.
You have to get something.
Yeah.
That's the rules in this world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really just like taking a look at these things that you are attached to, forming healthier relationships with it. And one thing I still stand by that I really want people to feel into, if this can relate with you, is if you feel like you find yourself saying, oh, I'm having dinner with my family, or I'm going out with my coworkers, I gotta get drunk or fucked up to even stand them or be around them, or even like the mom juice culture, like I need my wine at the end of the night, deal with my fucking family.
Or I need my coffee to start the day, or otherwise I can't function.
Things like that, start to just ask yourself these questions, really realize that it's not, you don't need to ingest something all the time to pull yourself out of your reality. If you change the environment and you change your perspective to things, you don't need these substances. They're okay to use on occasion and mindfully, but it's when you need it to get through a dinner.
Or to get through a day, or to get through it happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I get it. I really do. But it is, if it's like a constant thing, the escapism, just the energetic alteration is constant.
Yes.
That is definitely something to take a look at for sure.
Like if you can never stand your family at dinner, it's like, okay, why can't I stand them? Because they're always assholes to me. Great. Do you need to have a conversation?
Right.
Do you need to separate from them more? Like, what's the real thing that's going to heal this environment or situation versus I'll just get drunk so I can deal with them?
Yeah. Or like even the same thing with the coffee, or like
coffee.
Because that's a huge one for people, dude. I know so many people who are like, don't talk to me until I drink my coffee.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like, motherfucker, maybe you need to get some better sleep. Maybe you need to hydrate more. Maybe you need to exercise more.
Yes.
Maybe you need to start taking some like different supplements to like support your vitality. Like, do you know that you're not needing this every single day for you to be okay?
Yes.
So with anything, reevaluate your relationship with it. Operate intuitively and intelligently, because Casey did not drink the feel free. That was her intuition, knowing best.
Thank God.
Listen to yourself. Do your research on these things. Be smart about it, though. If you are listening to this and you are somebody who knows that you currently have an addiction to something, we love you. We understand. We give you grace. And we really, really encourage you to take a look at that deeper and go about it wisely. Even if it's like a vape or something like that too, because you don't want to shock your system if you are addicted to something. Yeah. You want to make sure that you go about it intelligently. And if it's a serious case, look into getting help, look into different resources and things like that, because humans, we're just way too precious to be out here fucked up on all this shit.
We really are.
We are.
Don't distort your reality. Take your sunglasses off. Oh gosh.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. This is what I don't know when this one drops. It's gonna be whatever. But we love you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like this video, send it to a friend. If you know anybody who's addicted to kratom, send it their way.
Yes, and if you are somebody who actually is moving through this, we'd love to hear from you, just to educate ourselves more on like what is actually happening.
Yeah.
I've only like watched videos on YouTube, and the comments are crazy, and I'm learning so much about these people who are sharing. So if you're someone and you're local and you even want to come on and like share your experience with us, we are
Let us know.
open to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Until next time. Bye.